Hello everyone, I'm Razorblade Mango, and um, I just wanted to make this little kind of video about, well, first of all, if you haven't heard the news by now, actor Philip Seymour Hoffman has been found dead at the age of 46. And the cause of death has not been determined yet, and this is just, wow. This is just one of those, this is one of those deaths that it just comes out of nowhere, where he died way too young. He shit. Fuck, man. I just wanted to make this little video to like my little personal eulogy to this guy, cuz he was one of my favorite actors. He really was. He ever since I saw him in weirdly enough, the first movie that really got my attention from him was Mission Impossible 3, where he was such a scary villain in that movie, and I had no idea who this guy was at the time, and he just blew me away. He was just so menacing and so creepy and so disgusting of a human being, and yet I loved. He was one of those villains that you just love to hate because he's such an asshole. And Philip Seymour Hoffman pulled that off brilliantly in that movie. And then I went on to see other movies of his, like one of his lesser known roles that I think is one of his best performances is called The Savages. It's, if I remember correctly, it's about Laura Linney and Philip Seymour Hoffman, are brother and sister that kind of reunite to take care of their dad who's dying of dementia. And it's about, like the little internal struggles that they go through, and it's about forgiving their dad for being just such a terrible father. And I thought he was amazing in that role too. He was just, it was like the exact opposite performance of Mission Impossible 3, where that guy was such a disgusting human being, and that this character was just so not exactly sweet, but he was very sympathetic. He was you could tell through his eyes and his facial features and his body language that he had so much emotional turmoil going on inside of him. And I thought it was just an amazing performance. And other roles of his that I've really admired over the years, stuff like Charlie Wilson's War, which again, another really underrated movie to me, because I love Charlie Wilson's War. He does such a fantastic job in that. Capote, which he won the Oscar for, he was fantastic in that. His works with, especially his stuff with Paul Thomas Anderson, like Punch Drunk Love, I thought he was awesome in that. Boogie Nights, he was brilliant. Magnolia, he was great. The Master, oh my god, The Master, I thought he did such a phenomenal job in that movie. And besides like The Master, I think, which The Master and Mission Impossible 3 and Charlie Wilson's War, those are like my favorite performances from him. But I think the one role that that he really showed his depth as an emotional, dramatic actor was in this film called Mary and Max, where it was just his voice. Like, he didn't act in it at all. It was just him voicing this sad, lonely, obese man that has Asperger's, and he. I don't know how he did it, but he delivered one of the best voice performances I've ever seen. I didn't even know it was him. Like, he has this accent, this really thick, kind of Jewish New Yorkian accent in the movie, and I had no idea it was Philip Seymour Hoffman until the credits rolled, and he fucking blew me away in that movie. He was so amazing in that role, so sympathetic, so likable. And again, he pulled off the dramatic parts just so brilliantly. Oh my god, he was amazing. Other roles that I really liked him in, Doubt. I haven't seen Doubt in years, but maybe it's time I watch it again. But he was so fantastic in that. Also, I haven't seen The Hunger Games yet, the Catching Fire, but I've heard he was wonderful in that, and which is really sad because he was probably going to gain a new level of exposure after that movie came out because of his role in that one. And other performances, like in Moneyball, I thought he was great. I thought he was really good in Ides of March. Synecdoche, New York, which is the Charlie Kaufman movie. He was great in that. Even like again, I think that is a really underrated movie. For his little tiny role in The Big Lebowski, he was very funny, and just he was just a great actor. He seems like such a nice person from all these different like all these interviews I've seen him in. He always seemed like this really humble, awesome guy to work with. And I've heard like his theater work even I've heard is like wonderful. He was doing I think his last performance on Broadway was Death of a Salesman, which I've heard he like nailed that performance as Willy Loman. And I know because I played with Willy Loman in a play of him once, and I know how hard that role is to be such this bitter, angry person, and yet have like this deep sadness within them. And I've heard Philip Seymour Hoffman nailed that. And sadly, I don't think I'll ever be able to see that performance by him now that he's sadly passed away. And damn, man, shit, this is just. Normally, knowing me, I'm normally not devastated when actors die, really, because although I am personally connected to their performances, but I'm never personally connected to people. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, honestly, was like one of the only actors that I've ever like personally connected with. Not like I've never have met him or anything, but he's one of those people that I admired his work ethic. I admired the way he did things. I strongly admired the performances he gave, his dedication to the roles. He was truly one of a kind. He was I echo that sentiment that says, well, he was one of the best actors of this generation, and he will continue to be. He was just such an amazing actor. And, you know, hopefully, like, because I keep hearing rumors that it was a drug overdose that he died of. I really hope that's not the case, because that's a terrible way to go, and that's such a shame. It's really a fucking shame, guys. And my heart goes out to Philip Seymour Hoffman's family, and goes out to Philip Seymour Hoffman's close friends. And I'm sure we will be hearing from them within the next couple days because of this. And he has a son, and he has 2 daughters, and they're not even one. I know one is like 10, the other 2 are about 7, 8. So, man, this is just sad. This is really, really fucking sad, and it's unbelievable. I cannot believe this has really happened. So, yes, fuck. Anyway, Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace, man. You've earned it, and God bless you, dude. You gave some of the best performances I've ever seen. I will forever admire the amazing actor that you were, and the terrific human being that you seem to be. Anytime I've seen you in an interview or anything. So, thank you. Thank you, Philip Seymour Hoffman, for the amazing work you've done. You are truly a one-of-a-kind actor, and hopefully your name will go down in future generations as one of the best actors of all time. And that's all I gotta say, basically. Alright. This is Razorblade Mango. Have a good one, guys.